Cats often seem mysterious, watching us with quiet judgment or suddenly pulling away. But their puzzling behavior isn't about being difficult. It's often about unspoken rules they expect humans to follow. In fact, many common cat behavior problems happen because people unknowingly break these silent agreements. Have you ever wondered why your cat suddenly swats or walks away? It may feel random, but it's actually part of a subtle feline language. Once you understand these hidden rules, frustration fades and your relationship with your cat can shift toward trust, comfort, and genuine affection. Why cats seem so mysterious? Have you ever felt like your cat is a riddle wrapped in fur, acting in ways that just don't make sense? The truth is, cats operate by a very different set of social rules than humans, or even dogs, which explains much of their puzzling behavior. More than 70% of common feline behavior problems stem from humans simply misreading these unspoken rules. When those invisible guidelines aren't followed, cats don't lash out randomly. They respond with confusion, withdrawal, or subtle misbehavior. This disconnect isn't about cats being difficult or mean, but about their need for predictability and respect in their environment. They have evolved as both solitary hunters and cautious social creatures, which means their comfort depends on carefully maintained boundaries. Without understanding this framework, even well-meaning pet owners can unintentionally frustrate their cats, often leading to tension and distance. What's truly fascinating is that these rules aren't universal across all animals, but extremely specific to cats. These silent expectations govern everything from where they prefer to be petted to how they want interactions to start. Once you realize there's a hidden language behind each flick of the tail or unexpected swipe, the unpredictable behaviors start becoming a little less mysterious, and that's where the real transformation begins. It's not just about mystery, it's about learning the language cats never explicitly teach us. One of the clearest ways they communicate is through their eyes. The language of eyes and blinks. Cats don't just stare at you because they want attention. In their world, a direct, prolonged gaze is actually a sign of challenge or tension. In wild feline interactions, staring is a precursor to fights. Even among friends, cats avoid sustained eye contact to prevent conflict. So when you lock eyes with your cat for too long, what feels like affection to you can be interpreted as aggression or a threat. Feline experts emphasize that cats are incredibly sensitive to eye movements, and a hard stare signals stress or unease more than fondness. One relatable example showed a cat calmly swatting its owner after a close-range stare, not in play, but as an etiquette check. This corrective action highlights how seriously cats take these visual signals. They expect their humans to understand and respect boundaries of gaze. Luckily, there's a loving alternative that cats actually use themselves. The slow blink. Softly closing your eyes halfway, pausing, and reopening them is like saying, "I trust you" in feline terms. If your cat returns the slow blink, you've just shared a silent bond of safety and peace. It's a simple gesture, but one that quietly transforms any interaction into one filled with calm and connection. Understanding their eyes brings us closer to their deeper need for control over interactions. Cats prefer to decide when and how those moments happen. Autonomy is their love language. If you're someone who loves to initiate hugs or strokes, you might find it hard to accept, but most cats want to be the ones to start interactions. When you reach out abruptly, especially without invitation, it can feel like you're taking control, and that's unsettling to a creature that thrives on autonomy. Cats see having control over social contact as a core comfort, so forcing affection can backfire. One cat owner shared how their ginger cat didn't mind affectionate face nudges, but never cuddled back until the cat decided to jump into their lap voluntarily. This illustrates how true bonding comes not from chasing or catching your cat, but from allowing them to choose you repeatedly on their own terms. It's a lesson not just for feline relationships, but for human ones as well. This respect for their independence may initially seem like detachment, but it's actually a profound form of love in feline language. Once cats know they won't be forced, they relax, open up, and return affection in ways that feel genuine and unpressured. That's when you get the satisfying moments. The purring under the chin, the quiet kneading of your leg, and the steady presence that says, "I choose." Giving cats space to lead helps deepen trust in ways forced closeness never can, so if you're enjoying these insights, like the video and subscribe for more. Scent and territory, their invisible map. Cats experience their environment through a unique sense of smell that humans rarely appreciate fully. They don't randomly rub their faces on your furniture or clothes. They're purposefully marking the world with their scent to create what's called a scent map. This invisible map outlines their safe zones and establishes a sense of belonging, effectively defining what areas they consider theirs. When these familiar smells disappear abruptly, like when you wash their bedding too often or rearrange their favorite lounging spots, it can feel to them like their home has been erased. This disruption isn't just about cleanliness. It's a direct challenge to their emotional security. Imagine walking into your house only to find every chair rearranged and personal scents replaced by unfamiliar chemical odors. That's the confusion and discomfort your cat experiences. The best way to ease this transition is gradual. Replace or wash items slowly and leave behind pieces that carry their scent, like an unwashed cloth or the old bed nearby. Respecting this scent map honors your cat's psychological territory and reduces anxiety-induced behaviors. When cats engage in rubbing and sniffing rituals, they aren't being finicky. They're reaffirming where they feel safe and in control. How cats mark their environment opens a window into the deeper importance of communication, with meows as one of the most remarkable examples. Vocal conversations, responding to meows. One of the most surprising facts about cats is that their meows are almost exclusively for humans, not each other. While kittens may meow to their mothers, adult cats rarely use these vocal signals with other cats. The meow is a language cats have evolved specifically to communicate with us, tailoring their tone and pitch to get our attention and express their needs. This vocal connection is a fascinating example of interspecies communication shaped by thousands of years of companionship. Studies show that cats adjust the sound of their meows based on how we respond. If their calls are ignored, they might increase the frequency or change the tone to try harder. And in some cases, they may eventually stop altogether if they feel unheard. This gives their meowing a purposeful nuance. It's not random noise, but a carefully crafted message. Even if you don't speak cat, simply acknowledging your cat with a glance or a soft voice tells them their message matters, deepening trust and encouraging a sense of security. Ignoring their vocal efforts can lead to frustration or withdrawal, but engaging in this back-and-forth signals that you're an attentive partner in their world. Your gentle response strengthens their confidence that they will be heard, which in turn fosters a closer and more affectionate bond. Knowing when to listen brings us closer to understanding their need for freedom and space, something they guard fiercely. Comfort zones and boundaries. Cats may seem independent, but their need for personal space is a vital part of how they trust and relax around us. One key to their comfort is always having an escape route available. Even if they just jumped into your lap a moment ago, the knowledge that they can leave whenever they want is crucial. In the wild, being trapped signals danger, so feeling cornered triggers anxiety. You might notice your cat pausing at doorways, tail twitching or eyes scanning. Not indecision, but a careful risk assessment. Respecting these boundaries means more than just leaving doors open. Avoid crowding your cat, especially in tight corners or when there are unfamiliar guests or children around. Let them choose where to sit, ideally near exits, so they feel safe and in control. This paradox, wanting closeness but also freedom to leave, defines the cat's honest and subtle way of interacting. Petting is another boundary that demands careful attention. Unlike dogs, cats rarely enjoy heavy or full-body strokes, especially from strangers or without buildup. Their favorite places, head, cheeks, under the chin, are gentle zones where brief rhythmic touches feel like a polite handshake rather than a wrestling match. Watching their body language, ears forward means yes, tail flicks or skin ripples mean it's time to stop, helps keep petting enjoyable. Respecting these limits is how you build genuine comfort and deep affection. Understanding these unspoken rules transforms your relationship with your cat from mystery to meaningful connection. When you honor their need for control, communication, and boundaries, you create a space where trust grows naturally. If you found these insights helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more tips on deepening your bond with your feline friend.